Welcome back, everyone. Today we are making the smoothest of the smoothest coconut flan in the Instant Pot. Let's get into the ingredients. For the caramel, you need a half cup granulated sugar and a teaspoon of water. For the custard, you need a half can of coconut milk. I use light. 1 teaspoon pure vanilla. 4 ounces of cream cheese, room temperature. That's a half a block. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, the good stuff. 4 eggs and a half cup sweetened toasted coconut. I toast mine in the griddle. You can also do it in the oven, or you might be able to buy it that way. So we're going to start by making the caramel for the flan. I just want to give everybody a warning about making this. This is something that you don't want to walk away from. You don't want to have distractions. You want to have everything ready to go, and you need to watch this while you're making it. It can burn quickly and it can also burn you quickly, so be careful. Start by heating up a pan on medium-high heat and add the sugar and the water. You want to use a heat-resistant spatula, one that won't melt. And you want to have your flan pan nearby and ready so that when the caramel is ready, you can easily pour it in. I'm using the spatula to stir the sugar, constantly stirring it. It's going to heat up, it's going to melt, and you want to keep stirring it until it turns that golden amber color. Do not walk away and do not stop stirring. This process does require patience, and don't let yourself get distracted. You see the sugar here is starting to melt. And I continue to stir it to make sure that everything melts in the pan. Get all those clumps melted. The color is going to start to change, and when the color starts to change, it's going to start changing quickly. I pull the pan after the lumps are all melted and it's turned that amber color. If it starts smoking and bubbling, you have to be really careful that it doesn't burn. So once I've got that amber color, I'm going to take it right off the eye and pour it into the flan pan immediately. Don't let it sit. What you want to do is make sure that you cover the bottom of the flan pan and that you swirl it around a little bit. You have to do this quickly because it will start to harden almost immediately. Once you've swirled it, put the pan to the side. The pan may become hot. Let it cool, let it set up, and you might hear it cracking too. That's just the caramel cracking as it sets up. Time to prepare the custard. A blender is a good tool for making this custard. You want to add in all the flan ingredients, the coconut, the eggs, the vanilla, the cream cheese, and the sweetened condensed milk. Let's make sure you get all of that milk out of that can. Use a spatula. And then I use the pulse function on the blender until I get it consistent. You may see some coconut flakes in there, but you do want to make sure that you have it consistent. And now I'm going to pour that custard into the flan pan. Pour it evenly over the hardened caramel. Once you've added this custard into the flan pan, snap the lid on. This is one of those special flan pans that fits the Instant Pot. Check for that on Amazon. And now we're going to cook the flan in the Instant Pot. I'm going to place it on top of the trivet and then lower it into the Instant Pot. The other way you can do this is to put the trivet down on the bottom of the Instant Pot and then lower it by the handle on top of the trivet. Add 2 cups of water. That's what creates the steam for cooking. I find the Instant Pot does a really good job cooking flans. Close the Instant Pot, seal it, and then you're going to pressure cook it for 20 minutes. That's all you need. After that, you're going to do a natural pressure release. I let mine go past 30 minutes there. Release the pressure, open the pot, and then you've got to get that flan pan back out. I use tongs, but be very careful. Once you get it out and onto the counter, just dab it with some paper towels to get all the excess water off. And then I put it into the fridge overnight. And you really do need to refrigerate this overnight so that it sets up. The next day, remove it. Remove the lid for the first time. And you either need to use a small spatula or a knife to run around the edges of the flan so that it will release. So I'm doing that in here and I'm loosening it up. And then I put a plate on the top of it, flip it over, and then gently pull that off. And you'll see all that caramel and the goodness of the flan on the plate. They're gonna ask you to make this one again, it's that good. You can also make this without the coconut and just have vanilla flan. I think the Instant Pot is a really good tool for making flans and cheesecake and doesn't sacrifice quality. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. Come back and see me soon. Thank you.